Widespread Panic. More Widespread Panic, the best Widespread Panic albums of all time. 58 of 70, the best stoner music. Black Stone Cherry. More Black Stone Cherry. 42 of 80, the best southern rock bands of all time. 2 of 103, the best musical artists from Kentucky. Clutch. More Clutch. 222 of 541, the greatest live bands of all time. 5 of 14, rock bands with the coolest custom beers. 88 of 287, the best hardcore punk bands. Coverdale / Page. Allen Collins Band. The Aynsley Dunbar Retaliation. The Firm. More The Firm. 21 of 40, the best supergroups ever made. 15 of 16, why do supergroups have such crap names? Babe Ruth. Atomic Rooster. More Atomic Rooster. 135 of 254, the best bands with animal names. 34 of 61, the best bands named after birds. Wolfmother. More Wolfmother. 53 of 66, the strangest opening act bookings ever. 69 of 133, the best stoner rock bands. 83 of 194, the best modern rock bands / artists. Jack White. More Jack White. The best Jack White songs, the best Jack White albums. Rank. Alabama Shakes. More Alabama Shakes. 53 of 151, the greatest chick rock bands ever. 108 of 126, the best black rock bands. 246 of 559, the most hipster bands. The Byrds. Burnside. More R. Burnside. The best R. Burnside albums of all time. 491 of 525, which artist would you bring back from the dead to write one more song? 19 of 107, the best musical artists from Mississippi. Tom Waits. More Tom Waits. The best Tom Waits albums of all time. 579 of 739, the best singers of all time. 227 of 1891, the greatest musical artists of all time. Them. More 206 of 363 musicians who belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 201 of 219, the top pop artists of the 1960s. 14 of 146, the best ever garage rock bands. Charlie Musselwhite. More Charlie Musselwhite. 40 of 154, the best electric blues artists. 8 of 31, the best harmonica blues bands / artists. Rainbow. Wishbone Ash. More Wishbone Ash. The best Wishbone Ash albums of all time. 255 of 263, the greatest classic rock bands. North Mississippi All-Stars. More North Mississippi All-Stars 30 of 37 the best bands named after states, 117 of 329 the best Americana bands and artists of all time 40 of 73 the best jam bands. Robben Ford. More Robben Ford the best Robben Ford albums of all time 222 of 542 the greatest guitarists of all time 162 of 225 the best blues artists of all time. Cactus. More Cactus 1374 of 1728 the best rock bands of all time 95 of 179 the best bands that are named after foods 20 of 45 the best bands named after flowers. Frank Zappa. More Frank Zappa the best Frank Zappa albums, list 42 of 639 the greatest lead guitarists of all time. Rooster. Steve Marriott. More Steve Marriott 520 of 816 these poetic geniuses wrote your favorite songs of all time 271 of 603 the best rock vocalists. Nazareth. Beck, Bogert and a Pisset. Elvis Presley. More Elvis Presley the best Elvis Presley songs of all time 131 of 162 1970s Christian pop artists 6 of 739 the best singers of all time. Boz Scaggs. Billie Holiday. More Billie Holiday, the unprecedented rise and tragic death of Billie Holiday, the best Billie Holiday albums of all time. Faces. Taste. Pat Travers Band. More Pat Travers Band 397 of 1728 the best rock bands of all time 134 of 154 the best hard rock bands / artists. Eric Clapton. More Eric Clapton all the drugs, murder, adultery, and disaster around Eric Clapton's Layla the very best Eric Clapton songs. The Geils Band. Bonnie Raitt. Taj Mahal. The Doors. More The Doors the best Doors albums of all time the best songs on The Doors' self-titled debut album. Cream. More Cream the best Cream albums of all time 67 of 265 ranked the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. The Black Keys. Or the Black Keys, the best Black Keys songs, the best Black Keys albums of all time. Jimmy Page. More Jimmy Page, the best Jimmy Page guitar solos of all time 3 of 639, the greatest lead guitarists of all time 44 of 816 these poetic geniuses wrote your favorite songs of all time. Santana. Thin Lizzy, The Black Crowes, Blind Faith. More Blind Faith 180 of 263. The greatest classic rock bands 3 of 221 bands/artists with only one great album. Edgar Winter. More Edgar Winter 168 of 541. The greatest live bands of all time 22 of 104. The best one-hit wonders of the 1970s. Bad Company. More Bad Company. The best Bad Company songs of all time 5 of 363. Musicians who belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 152 of 1891. The greatest musical artists of all time. Steppenwolf. Gary Clark Jr. More Gary Clark Jr. The best Gary Clark Jr. albums, ranked 147 of 542. The greatest guitarists of all time 93 of 225. The best blues artists of all time. Peter Green. Steve Miller. Mountain. Robert Plant. Savoy Brown. Bo Diddley. The Jimi Hendrix Experience. The Jimi Hendrix Experience. Alvin Lee. Canned Heat. 10 Years After. 10 Years After. The Paul Butterfield Blues Band. The Jeff Beck Group. John Mayall and the Bluesbreakers. Lightnin' Hopkins. Led Zeppelin. Albert Collins. The Allman Brothers Band. Howlin' Wolf. ZZ Top. Robert Cray. The Jeff Healey Band. John Lee Hooker. Albert King. Stevie Ray Vaughan. More Stevie Ray Vaughan. The best Stevie Ray Vaughan songs of all time 131 of 739. The best singers of all time 67 of 1891. The greatest musical artists of all time.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.